quickly becoming a rehash of Gamergate, Comicsgate, Metalgate, all of those gates, gate. Because you remember, at the time, I'll use Gamergate as a specific example, it was about ethics in games journalism, okay? It was about some bitch fucking critics in order to get better scores, and then it got twisted into something it totally wasn't, about misogyny and sexism, and it gave birth and a career for feminist frequency, which is an abortion in and of itself. And what we're getting right here is boomers co-opting the term cancel culture to mean something completely different, because what we have here is Bob Baffert. He is the owner of the Kentucky Derby winning horse, Medina Spirit, because that happened a couple of weeks ago, and it got popped for illegal substances, which I didn't even know people were doping horses, but I can completely understand why. It's not something that surprises or shocks me. It's just the phraseology getting shit upon that really bums me out from this Linwood stunt double. Horse trainer Bob Baffert claims that the controversy surrounding Kentucky Derby horse Medina Spirit is an example of cancel culture. How so? I would love to see what the fuck you think this is. Appearing on Fox News' American newsroom, Baffert insisted that he did not treat the horse with a drug that tested positive for after the Kentucky Derby ended. You should just approach this like Barry Bonds whenever he was asked about using performance-enhancing drugs. You know what he did? He just hit 3 or 4 more dingers. Good for him. Great approach. It did not happen. That horse has never been treated with beta-methazone. Or methazone, whatever. Actually, it's a legal therapeutic medicine. Okay, so was he treated with it or wasn't he treated with it? Again, pal, you need to get your fucking story straight. And the amount that was in it wouldn't have any effect on the horse anyways. So he did take it. Okay, but we don't. So he didn't. Okay, so a really stupid strategy. Just don't speak about this if you are going to contradict yourself within fucking a couple of sentences. The horse was never treated with that. And so that's the disturbing part of it. Why did he pop for it? Why was he tested for it? And why did beta methazone show up in his piss test? Or is that what they did? Blood test? Who fucking knows? It's a horse. The last impressive thing I seen a horse do was do the Lord's work up in Seattle by taking out one of those fucking degenerates there. Baffert added that he was shocked that he is fighting for my reputation and the poor horse's reputation. Well, just get that split sample or split test. Put up the money for that. You just won the fucking Kentucky Derby, pal. You got some fucking cash behind you. It did not happen. I did not dope the horse. I did not. Oh no, it didn't happen. And that's the really seriously troubling part of it, he continued. We hired investigators, but sometimes you never find out. It's just a tragedy what happened in this race. No, you won. It's a good thing. With all the noise, we live in a different world now. This America is different. It was like a cancel culture kind of thing, so we're reviewing it. No, you're just an idiot. Just pay for the fucking second test and nobody will have to talk about you ever again. But if we want to talk about some real canceling, some good shit that's happening, we got a bunch of good stories here to finish off the rest of the day. And the second half of this video is going to be none different than that because NBC canceled the Golden Globes. In 2022, there's going to be no Golden Globe ceremony. Why? Because the left can't stop eating itself and you fucking love to see it. It's finally happening, okay? Everything that we and people like me have been talking about for a very long time is that when they run out of a big bad to go up against a certain orange man off in the distance, when he is just sitting back, shooting a few rounds of golf, their thirst for blood cannot be quenched. And then the people just on the tertiary, just the little useful idiots, they'll eventually get eaten up until they just find themselves in this little purity circle. And it's just a circular firing squad. And here's the first casualty. Ooh, you'll love to see it. Actually, the only thing that's a little bit of a downside to this is I would have loved to see the ratings for the 2022 Golden Globes. Hopefully by that time, I'll be pulling better numbers. That's not a compliment to the Golden Globes, by the way. NBC said on Monday it will not broadcast Hollywood's Golden Globe ceremony on 2022 following complaints about ethical lapses and a lack of diversity among the groups that hand out the annual awards in film and television. Oh, that's so sad. Okay, if this was all that their complaints were, I would find that a little flimsy, okay? The fact that the award show wouldn't be held until either the end of the year or January or something like that, you can fix that, right? If that's something that concerns you. For me, I could give less than a fuck about it. Just I don't know, hire some more people of color, or what, because the one prominent trans person is running as a Republican in that state, you guys couldn't find another genetic disaster to trot up there with a fucking statue that they were just previously sitting on? Like, what you didn't have ample amount of time to rectify all of these injustices? Nah, there's something definitely deeper going on here, but I'm giddy about this because I used to love award shows. They were so much fun, right? You could just pick a movie, you could just root for it all night, and hopefully they'd win. Yeah, just the most controversial thing would be if somebody ran over the time limit, and then their stupid speech about thanking everybody under the sun would have the obnoxious music play over top of it, and everybody would just laugh about them the next day. And then it eventually just turned into this preach ceremony that nobody fucking turned into. And now they're just preempting their terrible ratings report by just not airing it. The decision came despite a plan approved last week by a small Hollywood Foreign Press Association, which hands out the awards to recruit more black members and make other changes over the next year. So again, there has to be something going on about this. NBC said in a statement on Monday that the reforms were not quick enough. It's never enough, okay? They can't go back in time and fix anything, okay? They're not going to retroactively censor everything like you guys are doing. Once again, just a little aside to this, because NBC's stupid streaming service, because every network has one now at this point. What's CBS's? All Access? Or is that the first name of it? Don't care. But NBC has the most hilarious one, Peacock. Because get it? That's their logo. They bought up the WWE network, and I guess they're one of the last people to get the ratings report for the Fed, and they've been trending down for, 30 years at this point? That's not fair. That's not fair. Only 20 years, I guess. No, now they're combing back through all of the old archives of WWE, WWF, everything else that they own, everything prior to the establishment of TNA. Like, they own all of the records of that. And in order to go up on the Peacock platform, they have to censor objectionable content. What did you think about the glory period from 96 until about, I'd stretch it a little bit farther, probably until 2004, WrestleMania 20, that pretty much demarcated everything good. Because after that, you had the rise of John Cena, and nobody gives a fuck about him anyways. Movie star, right. About as organic as Dave Bautista's acting career. That's so astroturfed. Nolan Ryan should be pitching a perfect game on it. But we were talking about award ceremonies, weren't we? Yes, of course. A change of this magnitude takes time and work, and we strongly feel that the Hollywood Foreign Press Association needs time to do it right. As such, NBC will not air the 2022 Golden Globes. Oh man, I was already printing out my bingo cards, getting my box wine ready, and firing up my Twitter account because, those are the only type of people who are going to be affected by this. Assuming the organization executes its plan, we are hopeful we will be in position to air the show in January 2023. I hope not. But then again, I don't care. Fuck, I was shocked when the Oscars happened and had the opportunity for a good laugh afterwards when the ratings report came in. But yeah, giving somebody, 7 or 8 months to hire a couple more tokens, that's not enough time for them? Something else is going on here. And apparently there's a big boycott being led by Tom Cruise. Big and Tom Cruise in the same sentence, that's funny. Something else will come out regarding this, and it'll be as interesting as shit like this can get, but I don't know, you guys seem to kind of enjoy this non-political stuff every once in a while, but we got to talk about Canada next, and we got a whole big politics dump when it comes to Canada, because there's a lot of good news, kind of couched in some terrible situations, but it does end on a positive note, like the AIDS test of many of the presenters for the Golden Globes. With that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.